Oh. Alright, so this is the Scoia'tael Invigorate hand buff deck that I put together on patch day for 10.6, and if you saw the patch notes, they did some things to support the archetype. So big number one thing here was making Torque that it doesn't need devotion anymore. So before, you'd need devotion for this card to start in your hand, otherwise it would be a mess finding it. Now it starts in your hand no matter what, so that's a big thing, right? Second to that, they gave additional support with Triss butterflies. If you place one on range, shuffle a card from your hand into your deck, then draw a unit of your choice and boost it by 3. So you can imagine getting a Sheldon Skaggs if you need it, getting a Bronze of Choice if you need it to help support your hand buff play, or maybe something like Aglais in a more greedy version of the deck. I'm sure you could find a way to fit that in this one if you like, right? Maybe take out Heatwave. But these are all options to help make sure that we get what we need and not have to put too much provisions into cards like Oniromancy because we have these consistency tools. So really cool changes here. I don't think that it makes the deck tier 1. I do think that it makes it more fun, right? So you're able to, get what you need, get a little bit more variety with it, take care of some of the problems that the deck had in the past. Before, it was devotion, and you were limited with the amount of control tools that you can have. Now, I want to splurge and use cards like Heatwave, and I want to use a little bit more tools, Peller and Spores and all types of stuff like that I otherwise wouldn't be able to play. Maybe a Squirrel if you like in your version. Now, these things certainly help out, right? But we'll go through the list a little bit more, and I'll explain kind of how the deck works and what to look for when playing it. The stratagem of choice I opted to go for was Enchanted Armor. Boost a unit in your hand by 3 and give it 2 armor. So if you think about it this way, we're always looking to boost the Torque, right? Starts in our hand. Whenever it's boosted in hand, boost a random different unit in your hand by the same amount. So when I go and I do something like this off the Torque, it's going to be giving us an extra 3 points off that, which is actually 6 points, which gives us more value than this would only be 4, this would only be 5, the TA would be 5 points, again, so really good idea there. We also get the armor, so if we do, put it on Torque, at least we have a Torque with an armor on it. It's kind of like a nice little added bonus, I guess you could say. So I like that there. We've got Invigorate Leader, of course, boost 4 units in hand, charges 3. You're always going to take at least one of those charges on the Torque as well, right? So we can redistribute the points. So this leader plays for tons of points. If you think about it this way, we're getting 4 times 3 is the 12 plus the 3 because Torque, extra ones. You know what I mean? So huge point leader, right? One of the best value leaders for Scoia'tael right now. And to kind of go with this here, the deck's going to play out in such a way that we have Simlas here, play out copies of a bronze special card from our deck. We're going to be looking to rotate out the Bountiful Harvest early game for thinning, of course, so that we could pull into a lot of our golds later on, but also these will give us the hand buff, right? Because when we play these, boost the leftmost random or rightmost unit in your hand by 2, depending on which created card we choose. So we kind of want to stage it in such a way that the one that we choose is sort of in a spot that's going to, promote boosting Torque so that we can get more payoff from Torque onto other units. That's sort of the idea. However, if you find that something, for example, if we find Sorceress is in the middle or the right side and, we wanted to take the left card initially, but it was very bad, you obviously want to go and take whatever card's better. So keep that one in mind there. After we play the 2 Bountiful Harvests, we have a way of playing another one with Protector. If we don't have the opportunity to do that, we've got a couple other nature cards in the deck just in case we need them for Protector. So, Nature's Rebuke's good removal tool, 5 point, right? And then, of course, Death Blow, we get the boost the tree and by 2 claws, so that kind of synergizes with this a little bit more. 9 times out of 10, you're going to be looking for the Bountifuls, right? They just play for more points usually, but if there's a huge threat that we have to remove at 5 power or less, take that Rebuke, right? So kind of the way that these go here, we've got Tall Punish. I think it's necessary to have Banish Unit Artifact in a lot of decks, right? A lot of people are running Scenario, a lot of people are running really greedy plays. I've been seeing some Self Wound going around the last couple days as well, so this could be good into that matchup, so that's pretty well it. If Lean's pretty good, if Lean's not always great, the card plays like such. So we take 6 base power, which is great and everything. It's got boost Scoia'tael unit in the hand by 4. So we're going to take this card, boost Torque by 4. Torque generates the 4 boost onto a random unit. We hope that it Skags so that we get the extra 4 damage payoff from Skags. But if it's not Skags, she plays for 14 points, right? But if it is Skags, she plays for more. So that's kind of why we have her in here. Another thing that I thought of, if you're not loving the interaction, like you could put your Aglais instead. You could potentially put something like Igni as well, if you're looking for just more like wide punish or something of that sort. That was something I thought of, but I wasn't as serious about it. But another one that I really seriously considered was Francesca, because Francesca is 7. It has Veil, plays well against poison, and also it's got the counter to play a special, right? So we can get like a second Decree, a second Heat Wave, we can get another Harvest. You know, there's a lot of things that we can get from that kind of just work out quite well, right? Maybe a second Spores. You see what I'm trying to say here. So that is intriguing. But again, I think that if Lean is more synergy directly with this archetype, so I kept it in there for that reason. Decree helps us pull a unit of choice. Triss with the change, shuffle a card from hand to deck, then draw a unit of your choice and boost it by 3. Let's say hypothetically that we have all the cards that we need in our hand, and the ones in our deck are bad. We don't want to pull those. They're like really bad for the situation, right? It's a short to mid round 3. We've got top heavy cards. You could put something like the Skags back in deck and actually be able to pull from it and get it again. So it's not like a mulligan where if you put something away, you don't see it. You actually can go choose that. So keep that in mind when you're playing this card. That's how I like to use it, right? Talked about Torque enough here. Dunga's flexible removal reach, but also hand buff carryover. So order on melee, damage an enemy unit by 3 at the end of your turn. If order's not used, boost the random Scoia'tael unit in your hand by 1. So you kind of want to get this card down there early. Play it on melee row, of course. Maybe boost it up if you have to. Beforehand, like you could take 1 liter charge, get a Torque boost on it if you're scared of 5-point removal. Now it's at 6. Now it's harder to remove, right? And that's kind of the thing. Just let it fly towards the end of the round, or when you need to remove something, go ahead and use that order, right? That's pretty much how it works. Talked about the bountifuls. Hawk Smugglers are like Dunkas, but they're row locked for the hand buff and they don't have damage. So I have a couple of these in here. I don't think you'd want to play these in other archetypes or other types of decks in general with Scoia'tael, but this one, it just feels pretty suitable, right? So getting those in there. Sorceress, again, great utility card. We're looking to play Bountiful Harvest off of it, but if we get other cards as well, just good tempo swings. And I felt like Maxi was just one of those things I'd like to have here because we don't have Neuromancy, so I want something to kind of look at the deck and say, all right, are we going to be able to draw Triss and Decree and Simlas? If we can't get these cards, then we have the choice of shuffling our deck again and moving a card to the bottom. So this could prevent us from breaking Harvest. We could put one to the bottom, you know, not to draw into those or whatever the case. If we don't think we need Peller, put that to the bottom. You can kind of see some examples of that there. Removal. Circle is really good, but it's greedy, so I only put 1 in here. You'd think off the bat that you'd probably want to run 2, but again, it's only doing 3 points on the turn that it's used, right? So very slow play. So one of them just feels comfortable. If it was Symbiosis, I'd feel a little bit more comfortable about including a second, but even in Symbiosis right now, I'm not putting in Circle because the game's a lot faster than it used to be. So the one's like the sweet spot here. Otherwise, if you think it's better, you could put a Farseer instead of the Circle, but I'm finding that 2 Farseers is hard to pull off. So that's why I didn't go about it, but I'm not opposed to just doing it, right? You could just go ahead and put it in, and that's fine. Okay? But that's that. And I have the Vial of Forbidden Knowledge more or less for like a thin if I need it, and to help keep engines alive if we don't get the thin, right? So if I put one of these down and they take a waylay off of it, it's at 1 power. Now I can boost it up and use it, kind of thing, right? Or if we notice that the Hawker Smuggler is getting attacked, we can boost that, give it vitality, so we can keep that on the board for longer. So it's a really good multi-purpose tool for there. And then, of course, we've got a tall punish. We've got a tall or mid punish with the Skags, depending on where it is. I've got another one with the Spores. I think that's affordable. It's good. And no problems with that there, right? And then we have the Hawker supports, which just play for a ton of points. Boost an allied unit in your hand by 1 if that unit was already boosted by 3 instead. So what this card's doing is basically 3 points plus the 3 off the torque, you know, and then we get another 3 from the torque. So we're getting 9 points off that, essentially, if you want to look at it that way, right? If it goes onto Skags, it gets even more value. So crazy stuff. But yeah, I had it like this. But again, this is pretty much spot on to where I want it to be. And tons of fun to play. So I would recommend giving it a try if you're just looking for something new to play. If you want to look at some of the cards that were impacted by the patch. And yeah, let me know how it works out for you. But for now, guys, let's get into the gameplay. I'm really excited. I have a bunch of new guides on the way for you guys here. I've been working on 3 different ones today, and I've got a 4th that I'm going to try and finish up before the day's over. We got streams on the way shortly, so look out for those. I'm going to be streaming most days this coming week, and it'll be in the morning in Eastern time. So if you guys are in Europe, it'll probably be afternoon, evening sort of time. So looking forward to seeing you guys then. Have a great weekend, and yeah, that's it for now. Let's get into the gameplay. Alright, we got dwarves coming up here. Round 1 hand's kind of what we want to see, right? Put back Bountiful Harvest. We've got Peller, maybe if they have Resilience. Little bit of a hand peek, maybe. This is kind of slow against dwarves, though. But then again, Rebuke isn't very good because they have armor on everything, so I think we dumped the Rebuke. That's probably a bit better. Now, dwarves don't have a lot of direct control, so I definitely feel like we could probably just, you know, smuggle down, keep it safe type thing. We'll just let that go for now. Let's get Maxi out there. Let's get the Ithleen out there. Let's get the support out there and just focus on, you know, the trio. We gotta get rid of some of the cards out here. Get rid of that, actually. There we go. Perfect swing. This just keeps working. Nice. That's annoying. Resilience at 4. Probably just take care of that while we can. Not a bad idea just to purify it, right? Starting to get some of the plays we're looking for. Here, Torque. Maxi's not it, though. At least Maxi will keep us in the round next turn, right? So if they play an engine, we drop Maxi at 10, we're at 17, they're at like 32, 33. They might say, oh, it's one Simlas away and stay in it for another turn. So we might be able to buy up to 2 turns with it that way. And at least peek to see if we're going to be pulling Triss or Protector, which is kind of good, right? We also kind of want to pull Decree in this case. Yeah. It's at the bottom. Here, we'll push Vial to the bottom and we'll try and figure this out. That's about as far as we go, right? Just too many points. Much better pulls. So Triss in hand's perfect. Rebuke can go. That's not bad. So on a pass, we just play Farce here. But they should probably try and bleed and get some more resilience, right? Yeah. Resilience. Do we ever just go and try to remove that now? Like if I take Simlas, it could go. Here, 1 second. I gotta put 1 on him. Good. I just want to stay ahead by a point. Because it's one of those things where, yeah, like we can give them 1 card of resilience, but if I have card advantage, it's no different. We've got Heatwave for the Brewer, and I might even consider Skags on this if we get far enough within the round. It's hard to say. Simlas is looking really good though for the Thin because I want to pull into Protector. So... they play Company and it gets really disgusting. We still have to find a way to deal with a Brewer. I'm expecting it at this point. With this leader, usually it's the Brewer. This is their card back that they want. Okay. They just had to greed it out a little bit here. Okay, so now we're just going to try and defend card. We can do 2 damage. Boost by Elves in hand on melee. We've got the 1, 2 technically, so it's the 4, but this is an engine.
Swords I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn.
And just in case, I want to do this now.
Right.
It's got to be Triss. Okay.
How can I help?
So put this in deck. Pull it. Gives the extra few. That way we can go. We can remove 7. That's fine. We got a lot of points. Brewer can get hit, right? They keep this. They play company. They play Brewer. So that means since we go first, we got to play Ithleen and hope that we get Skegs a big boost. Put that back for now. This is huge points. Pull Protector. Yeah, the whole hand's really good. It just feels wrong to not play this first, though.
The only good one is a dead one.
Good. Please, 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 please. Okay, wrong one. What are we at? We're at 11. It's gonna get a lot of armor. That's 11. That's 11. They use leader 2. Okay. Yeah, we're not getting through that one anytime soon. If I could somehow push it though. Wait, it's we could just hit it now because of the armor. We'll break the armor. It's probably better to just do it. Yeah. We let that go for too long, it gets ugly. They could put some back, but we have ways of taking it off. There, you see it's off.
When the white frost comes, do not eat the yellow snow.
They might have heat wave. They're gonna damage 2 and then okay, that's whatever. So it's protector first. Could do 3. We do 3 to that, which is actually 2, or we just do 2 to that. I guess it doesn't matter. Gotta play that so we could use it. If it's a heat wave, we just lose, right? Oh, it's Zoltan. Okay. There we go. Do we have any 3s? We do. Kinda.
They can hide, but there's no escape.
I'll give you iron balls, you scoundrels, you!
There. Alright, so we got vampires coming up here. Put that back. This feels a bit slow for a deck that's trying to abuse the coin. So we have to put that back as well. Simlas helps out quite a bit. Like, they're gonna try and temple on us, and then I'm in a position where I want to try and keep up a little bit, right? Okay. I think we take a rebuke. I'm pretty sure they don't have operator in hand and they can't get it. So if they can't boost it, I should have clicked at the same time. What is Regis? Double Regis Mamuna? Okay.
Shut up, human!
It can't give that bleeding, so it gives us a bit more time. I can't get rid of both of them. Defender's going to be annoying. But here's the thing. This is the flutter play, right? They took a scope, so they have one for later. The deck has no incubus, so then we don't have to deal with it again. So that's not bad. Okay. Let's put this.
Do what I can.
Put back in deck. Probably Maxi at this point. Pull Skegs. They're gonna get thirsty for a leader or something off this. It's probably gonna be Undying Thirst, actually. Yeah, I don't think we play this round to win it. I think we play it just to get some points. Or, you know, carryover points. We'll take one. Farseer's looking pretty good here, actually. Just keep it safe with it. Don't want to risk using a second leader to deal with it. Plus, we don't really want to boost these. Like, they're just cards to keep us in the round, almost. $30-12. I believe that we can get another turn here. I'm gonna greet it because I have reach with Simlas. I'm feeling confident with that choice. It's too hard for the opponent to pass. Yeah. Now I want to know if they have trouble. I don't think they have trouble. I don't recall seeing it. It's too late to peek. They don't have trouble. It's probably just there for the budget. Yeah. Okay. Take a pass on that. That's fine. They didn't get a huge round for the Regis build up, right? I'm talking about Reborn. Other Regis, I don't think will matter. I'll try and play just dense units later. Pallor is probably something we need for Defender, but... this hand is good. I'm gonna take it now, so if they put down a flutter and use a charge, I could take Skags and I could defend card. I'll take both. I think it's fair. We'll give them a chance to get their card back. I want to get this out early and not get trapped in the kind of loop of losing points. Worse things than Nekarat, right? This plays for a lot of value. Did we take a rebuke? We did. Yeah, makes more sense just to take the protector here. Now we're saving card. Good. And I think I'm allowed to just play these two, right? Wow. Let's play this first. Hopefully it doesn't go on. Okay, we're good, we're good. They pass here, we go for a little more carryover. I'm fine with that. The problem is I might have to play both. So it might be better to just play Simlas now. I think we greeted enough. Yeah, it's going to be Simlas coming up next. Regis.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
Well, now we just don't play on that row, you know? Kind of makes it easier for me. 2013, less these. Yeah, we're going to go for it here. I don't think Regis really works too well in Vampires, ironically. Damage by 1. I think I'm actually supposed to play this on the range row. Even though it's out of the way, it's not as much points. This obviously huge. Maybe we roll away Aglais, so we'll ping that one down first. Yeah, that keeps us in front. Then we can just get away with playing something like this, right? Orient is a range row effect. We've got bleeding times a lot. Do we ever just like rotate it or push it up? And then we got bleeding 5. It's got to be this, doesn't it? Yeah. unfortunately. But then if they play, we keep card. And if they do play something, we might even be able to just play this and boost Skegs. 5 bleeding is so much. And we're going to take a bit more too. Okay. So 5 here. We're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is 9.
Fine. If my coin's ranked, go kiss a dog and eat its tail.
And they get -1 too. So we managed to preserve a 27 point Skags. Alright, I'm feeling pretty good about that. I want units though. We've got delete, delete, so we'll put this back. Put that back. Yeah, it means nothing if we have no units. Let's see here. Just float that. Maybe get like a boost of some sort. Tempering would be kind of nice. They might have Imlerith Mamuna. Actually, Imlerith off Regis is pretty cool, but it doesn't get the drain effect. What did they chuck? Spores. This is going to be Regis here. Yeah. There we go. Got Reckless Flurry Skellige. I just feel like they're to kill so many things, so at least we don't go first. Spores can go, Bountiful can go. Double Simlas feels pretty good. This is probably the Golden Necker deck still. You know, I'm starting to wonder if we just go for it. Okay, let's at least make it a challenge for them, right?
Like an arrow to the head instead.
We take a Farseer next.
I once lopped off 3 heads with 1 blow.
I foresee victory for you.
Huge buffs. And we'll put the Smuggler down. The dunk is okay for them. It's not great.
Special prize, just for you, love.
They get the cheap scope. We have to tempo a little bit. I think we take our... Yeah, let's take our harvest now.
Behave like you were barely one.
Give them a couple things to focus on. This feels pretty good. We'll take that one, of course.
Yes.
Keeps us in front. This is a huge play.
Hey, listen here. Listen well.
Plus the 10 here. It's probably just this 12.
Squirted you out.
5 points. I need them to play. Okay, Gird's not bad. Gird's not bad. What did they throw away? Location. That's huge.
Keep the lead going and I'll tell you a tale or two. Fine. If my coin's ranked to you, go kiss a dog nicked its tail.
You stand before the Queen of Skellige.
Hopefully they miss. Nice. Gotta casually jam this now so that if they do play this turn, which I'm sure they might, we take circle, we get the chain reaction with both of them, we just stay ahead. Yeah, that's good. It's clean removal. 19 points. It's a 50-50 roll with that. Actually, no, we'll just take it this way. Good. Yeah. Then Maxi just to take the rounds. We didn't draw, like, a lot as far as skags and everything. So 15 points.
Your magic can't harm me. No magic can.
I think I'm supposed to reshuffle. I kind of want this bottom half of the deck, but these aren't bad to pull into either. Maybe we just put that down and we have a look. Now, last say confirmed with a 23-point swing is a big deal, guys. This just gets killed. There. So it looks like the only difference between the two decks, like from this season and last season, would be probably the Erendite leaves, the Hengate Sword comes in. I can't really bleed that. I'd like to have Heatwave, I'd like to have Force Protector. I don't know if Skag is going to get a lot of value here. Maybe. They must have had like a perfect hand. Junet from hand feels really bad. I guess they just assumed that everything would be boosted. Okay. Too slow for this round. There, perfect hand. Actually, you know what we do? We put this back and we draw it again and it boosts it. And then, after we've played that, we play this onto that which boosts it. Hopefully. I think they're pretty much out of steam here. Like, they could pull back, let's say, Fukusha, you know, or maybe they make a... Actually, if they made Cambi, that would be pretty bad, but there's no way to expect... Actually, Cambi would be really bad. And if they thin any more, which they might with Coral, they might have the ability to get the... Morkvarg. That's actually terrifying. We'll see if they think of the line. They might actually not. See, that's what I'm talking about here.
Nigh is the time of the white frost and white light.
Do you think maybe we've got to play... We'll play Protector next. There's a chance that maybe Skags could eat the Morkvarg, but I doubt it. Wow, it's going to be a huge swing. And they're already ahead. No, okay, we're good, we're good. They took Lippy. Here I am worried. Now we can just play our stuff how we need to play it. For that reason, do we take a smuggler? Take a sorceress. Smuggler. Because this will just get leader pinged, whereas this might hang on by 1.
Show me the coin or sod off.
They play Dunka off that. They don't use it. Four, 5, 6, 7. I think a heat wave is fine. We protect the points. Gives you more time to think about it. A 7-point heat wave. I guess it's not all bad considering the whole greatsword thing's out of the way yet. Gross, gross.
Let's not get in the way of me,
They take Bear Witcher, probably.
What are you gonna do, huh?
Let the dance begin.
That takes away value from us. We'll just hit, something else. What if they have spores, though? Nova, it's whatever.
Yield and save me some time.
7. We've got a lot of points we're holding on to here. 29 on the torque. They got 6 from leader plus whatever else. Yeah, we're just good. We're just good. There we go. So we got Inspired Zeal coming up here next. It's not a bad round 1 card, per se. I'm looking to push, though. We have most of what we need. I don't think Maxi's as necessary. Okay. Here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lots of stuff we could benefit from boosting, right? I think it's actually important that we take 2, because if we can win round 1, we have a really good shot at bleeding on some of the other stuff. And that's one of the big problems with this matchup, is just giving them all the carryover and then letting them set up for siege. So so much tempo here. They're going to start funneling out units too for the carryover push. Is there something that I can do about it though? That's 5p. That's what they're going to be looking for, just 5p cards from deck, I think, right? Okay. Cooldown's still a while. Let's go take this push.
2 centuries you behaved like you were barely one.
Farseer is a really good play here. I think that's how we have to focus on it. Then we take that, I think.
Not afraid? You should be.
Solid play.
Splendid crops this year.
And
ever they
hopefully
shall. Leave it to me.
they don't have anything damaged by 2. We see the 1. They could have a random 2. They're gonna ping it for sure. It's a threat. I'm gonna take a rebuke next if I can. There's the winch. That's looking like a better heat wave though if I'm trying to stay in the round. Okay, that's alright. If they hold, okay. Do they take a leader? No. So that's definitely being removed here.
The soil is fertile with magic, and dead to one.
I'm gonna wait, but I don't like the play. I think it's slow. Oh, it's the hill? I had no idea. Okay, now that we know, they use...
You dirty tart.
Now that... Yeah. They're gonna take out the 3. No way. Okay, so here's the thing. I think I heatwave this now.
Grow in Qcento. Reach high into the sky.
And I think we're supposed to use the damage. Because otherwise it's just way too greedy, right? But we're probably gonna rebuke that. So we'll just hit this. So hill should get really awkward. This
Back to the dust whence you came!
Inspired by 3. They get rid of it, it's fine. Do we ever just, let's see here. 10 points, rebuke does it. Honestly, they use full leader. Let's use full leader. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to take rebuke. Yeah, we've got other ways like to generate points here. I'm gonna play the 8. They have to hit 1. Okay, so we're up. We do get 2 card advantage if we just stop now, but I don't think that's what we do. Yeah, let's play this because Sahil's starting to get some value, right? It's at what? 3, 4? 4, yeah. Boost unit in hands. It's easy pick.
Hey there, come here!
It's going to be another bountiful. This definitely, because the other one's just going to get killed, right?
You're dead already.
Now, we even have room to go and take this off of a decree. So they got tons of carryover. I think we have to see that carryover. We got the right type of plays here too. Skags will pull. Yeah, that hand looks pretty good. Here. Shuffle card from hand to deck, draw a card of choice, boost by 3. So we'll put, we'll probably put this back in deck.
I'll do what I can.
Then we can just go play this, off that, hopefully into that. Avalak, is that going to be for scenario?
I'm lost.
Yeah. That's fine, we'll keep playing.
When the white frost comes, do not eat.
Again, uncontested points here. Like, if they don't have a way to answer it, we're good. Say he'll at 5. Plays off the 3. What can we take from deck? We just take a smuggler for 1 extra? Actually, no, we take a support.
I'll regret your mom ever squirted you out.
$20 points, but we've got it in 1. You see where I'm coming from, right? Like, do I take a Circle of Life and play a Skags or something? Wait. 9. It's gonna be this.
Ugh, stop gurgling like that.
I just want to pull Bountiful and just get rid of everything they've got. I don't think they have Heatwave, and I don't think they have Spores, because usually when decks are playing Muted Generator, they want to play actual units for the most part in the Bronze. And I could be wrong. Ornate Sensor. That doesn't make sense though, when they're putting all my stuff damaged. And then they come out with something like that. Two 5 cards left. I mean, 25-point last say anyways is pretty good. It's just the stuff that I'm gonna pull really isn't very good. I think it's just not worth playing this because it's so established. It's not very good in this round. Okay. Zeal answers both of these quickly. That's kind of gross. Actually, you know what? Or rebuke it.
On every 10th round.
Just buy some time. 5 plus 8. You can kind of say this is worth it. You know what I mean? Actually, this has to be played now.
This moment,
Gotta protect the points. We might as well get something. Forget about it. We'll just do straight damage with this. I'll take it now. Yeah. It's not ideal, but they just remove this on the turn anyways. At least make it weird for them. We get the extra point from doing it this way. We should just win. It's close, but we get it.